Heads up. If you have kids around,
parental advisory is in effect.
This is the Bonus Bone Podcast with Lamont and Tonelli.
It's like water torture.
Baby Huey.
Chasta.
And Joe Hawk.
Welcome back to the Bonus Bone Podcast. Chasta here and the gang. Lamont, Tonelli, Baby Huey, and Joe Hawk. I'm already hoarse. So after we laugh for the next 25 minutes, I will not have a voice after this, I'm pretty sure. So I don't even know how we came to this topic, but I think it's going to be hilarious and disgusting because we are talking about fast food horror stories.
Oh.
The worst you've experienced or done.
Listen. Growing up, I was very, very poor. I had a job at the age of 5.
You and I were the same, yes.
All right. And over the course, exactly. And over the course of my life, from like the age of 10 to maybe 25, I have experience in the restaurant industry because those are the industries that were always hiring kids, right?
Yeah.
Exactly.
My first job was at 14.
Yes.
And it was at a restaurant. I've worked at a lot of restaurants.
Exactly.
Okay, so is this a story that you have done or you have had done to you?
Well, you see,
you've witnessed it done?
I witnessed it working in kitchens.
Yes.
I have seen things that after witnessing stuff like this, if I brought this up to the people I love, they would never eat in restaurants again.
Really?
You actually keep stuff like this to yourself?
Yeah.
Because you don't want to ruin an experience at restaurants.
I get it. The thing I witnessed was so gross that I hardly ever eat out at a fast food restaurant anymore.
Right.
It makes me nervous. All right. So,
well, and by the way, this wasn't at a fast food restaurant.
Oh, was that a regular restaurant?
This was at a friggin' fancy restaurant that I worked at.
Sit-down white tablecloth place.
I was a bus boy and then graduated to the role of waiter.
Wow.
Because I'd been there for a while.
Yep.
And that's where the tips are.
By the age of 7.
That's where the tips are. So while I was in high school, I was like 16, I was a waiter at this place.
Yeah.
And you would go to the back, and you would see the cooks there, and there was like a line of chefs at this restaurant. The sous chef, the chef in charge of this.
Place.
Oh no! I mean,
this was a white napkin place.
Full on. But here's the deal: chefs are a different breed. I mean, you have no idea. If it's too busy, they're pissed off. If it's not busy, they're pissed off, right?
Yeah.
So if they were getting too many orders, are you kidding me? Another order? It's like, we've got a restaurant full of people back there.
Isn't that what you want?
Yeah,
That's the
exactly.
goal.
Sure.
Yeah.
I have seen them take like hamburger patties and put it under their armpits.
Oh God!
And then put it on the grill. I have seen them spit in soup.
Oh
right?
My God!
And I mean, and not just a regular spit. I mean, full on.
Like a loogie.
Big old loogie. One of my favorite movies, Waiting.
Oh God! That is so.
I've seen everything, right?
So in my head, I'm like armpit hamburger. At least when it went on the grill, maybe that like got rid of the bacteria. Am I just trying to find a way to?
Yes, you're trying to rationalize.
Right, I am. I'm trying to rationalize.
And you know what? And these guys would get a kick too of looking out the window.
Oh, I'm sure
to
they
see
did.
these people eat. And then
bastards.
they would really get a kick out of someone going, "Man, that might have been the best hamburger I've ever had in my life."
Yeah, they're like,
right?
This is delicious. That is so messed up.
Right?
When I was young, I have to be careful. And reminder, no names, you guys.
Right.
We don't want to spend, half an hour editing this to try to get all these names
right,
out. So
right.
Let's see how, and mine's harder to be generic because I'm from a small town.
Mm-hmm.
So when I was in high school, I worked at a pizza joint. That's all I'll say. It's one of two in Sulphur. Good luck.
Take notes, Lamont.
All right.
I worked at a pizza joint, and this was not
I worked
me.
at a pizza joint too.
Yeah. A lot of bad things happened. So the 2 stories happened while I worked there. So number 1, a guy I worked with, he had a high school nemesis, I guess you could say, and that guy was coming to pick up a pizza, and he knew it. He went to the bathroom. Oh my God!
Ooh, what did he
went
do?
to the bathroom, pulled out a handful of pubes.
He pulled a Scott Tetterman.
And then hid them underneath the pepperoni slices.
Oh, my
so that you couldn't
God.
see them.
My God.
The hairy pepperoni.
But here's
I don't want to know what you name your schlong.
If there's still the hair on the pizza, don't the people feel that in their
Right.
mouth?
Don't you think? Yeah.
But by the time you've gotten to one, maybe one went down. I mean, you don't know.
Yeah.
You don't know.
And here, kind of a genius move on that point because the pepperoni might be so hot, they might wash it down with something.
Oh, that's true.
And ingest
then
the
it's gone.
pubes.
Oh. So that was one, and I
Right.
was horrified. And then the second one, which was about the time I quit, because that was an isolated event with a douchebag, right? So I'm like, okay, well, that's not the pizza place's fault. That guy's just an a-hole. This was the pizza place's fault.
Yeah.
So a guy, I guess the cook or the pizza maker dude, he took apart the thing that smashes the dough. You know, like you put it in a thing, it's a giant roller, right?
Okay.
You roll it like that and it smashes out the dough.
Right.
He took it apart to quote unquote clean it. Ooh, there were maggots on the inside of it. It was so gnarly. And so I quit. The next week I was like, no, I'm out. I can't.
Exactly.
I can't knowingly know that this is happening and then serve that pizza to people. I can't be a part of it.
I have one
was out.
story that may be even worse than that I'll save to the end.
Really? Okay.
yeah.
Look at you, teaser.
Oh, yeah.
You've
Yeah.
worked in radio for a while.
I
haven't you?
have one story that may end this podcast immediately.
Okay.
So I'll save it to the
There
end.
goes all our sponsors.
All right, I know, right? Exactly. No names, no names. All right, who's next?
Well, I will warn you that if you get and this is just from experience, it's nothing I did, but if you get a candy bar anywhere, you should always break it before you eat it.
Oh, wow. I've never even thought
Because
of
if that candy's been sitting in a storeroom forever, because they ordered too much and inventory's moving slow,
right.
Maggots or flies or something will develop.
Yes.
They just develop spontaneously inside the chocolate.
And we talked about this on the air the other day, and we were wondering how
It just happens.
you could get worms in a chocolate bar.
It's
I
the
have an
weirdest
answer.
thing. Because I was in the storeroom.
It's in the nuts. The worms are in the nut. The larva, whatever
Larva?
that's called, which
Yeah.
makes me also want to vomit just saying that word, is apparently in the nuts. And if they sit there for long enough, but even worse, if it's fresh, you're still eating larva or whatever the hell in nuts.
Protein.
Protein. Yes.
Well,
I'm not
nuts
a
will
vegetarian.
never hit this mouth, that's for sure.
Whatever. You eat nuts every morning. We watch.
But
Go
yeah,
ahead.
so always break open a candy bar.
Just to see if there's anything.
Yes,
That's
because you
really-
don't know how long that bar's been sitting in the storeroom.
It's a life hack right there.
Right.
Yeah.
just saying.
Exactly.
Seriously.
Yeah.
Now, I didn't work in fast food because I had one job as a kid, and that was working for a local drugstore.
Right.
That was an
What was
independent, family-owned drugstore that shall remain nameless.
Not your family. Somebody else's family-owned drugstore.
I'm not mentioning it.
Yeah.
And one thing that happened, I know I was about 14 at the time. I don't know exactly who did this. I witnessed it.
But you don't know who it was.
I'm not going to say who did it. But boring night at this drugstore,
Yes.
neighborhood family-owned drugstore
Yes.
in San Francisco. This is so many years ago, but it was a boring Saturday night, and we decided to, excuse me, I think the people who were working there at the time
Right.
decided it'd be fun to use little straight pins and put holes in the condom packages.
No effing way. Oh, my God.
So open boxes and just like right through the foil.
Holy
I don't know whatever became of that.
yeah, I'm sure there's a lot of little, excuse me, whatever that family pharmacy
Yes, thank you.
was. There are a lot of,
New customers.
yeah, right. Next generation of people who would shop. That is evil. That is pure
It
evil.
was just an idea because we were bored at the time.
And you must have laughed like hell when
Oh,
somebody
God,
came
are
in
you
there to buy the
kidding?
condoms.
Oh, yeah, you're watching from the corner like, ha, ha, ha. Wow, that's next
Devious.
level.
Devious.
That's the word I was looking for.
Yeah.
Devious. That's funny, though.
Now, baby Huey, you've never worked in a restaurant.
No, but a good friend of mine has. And going off your story, Chasta, a pizza place. So he
what is
worked.
up with the pizza place?
He worked in a pizza place, and it wasn't him. It was a coworker of his.
Okay.
And at pizza place, they got the thing that makes the dough.
Right.
That spins around the big old bowl.
Bowl, yeah.
So his coworker pulled out his thing and peed into the dough maker.
Peed
into it.
Why
fresh
in
batch
the
of
world?
dough?
would
I've
you-
heard those stories before. Yes.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
He peed right into it, and they made pizza for.
Hey, you're
whoever put the
lucky
pee in
it was
pizza.
just pee. You're lucky it wasn't.
Oh, God.
Add a little extra sauce to that pizza.
Oh, my God. I don't want to think about the times we've probably all eaten something that had something like, because if it's baked into the dough, you would never know.
Yeah.
You would never know. It's not like a pube on a pizza that you might see or get stuck in your teeth. Right? I mean, you're never going to know there's pea
Complimentary
dough.
floss.
Nice spice.
That's how you build strong immune
I was just going
systems.
to say, that's how we build our immune system.
Oh, my God.
I agree with you
I
on
love
that
your
one.
silver lining.
Oh, man.
That's hilarious.
Well, I guess it's my turn.
Yes.
So my first job was working for, it wasn't like a fast food restaurant or an actual restaurant. It was actually one of the local delis in Redwood City. There's only two, so take your pick. And it wasn't really like a horror story. It's just that I dealt with really old-timey Italian grandmothers.
Tonelli, don't take offense on this one.
Well, he might will because because it was one of my first few days working there, and I'm starting to get to know the menu, all the cold cuts and what we offer.
Right.
And she's asking for blood sausage, but she was asking it in Italian. I'm like, what? What is it? And then, I was like,
Oh, do we know how to say blood sausage?
I certainly
in Italian?
don't. I wish
Hold
I
on.
did.
Pause. Have you ever had blood sausage?
No.
Okay. I assume that's as bad as it sounds.
Yeah, but it's not necessarily a sausage. I think it's like brain or something like
Oh,
that.
that's better. Okay.
It's something
No,
high.
there's such a thing as blood sausage.
I'm not Googling it. Somebody
Yeah.
can look it up.
But it's not made out of like
Blood?
meat. It's brain or
a brain
gland or
is
something.
meat.
Well, beside
Anywho,
the fact,
go ahead.
but then I was like, okay, it's this much per pound. It's like, what are you talking about? It was $5.99 usually, or some going off like she was going off for $1. That's like
Going off for $1.
Yeah.
That sounds-
Well, that's my like food story.
Yeah.
Because after that, my next job for the next 8 or so years was in ice rinks and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah.
Now, once again, not super horror story. I had to deal with terrible. Oh, we're looking up what blood sausage
Yeah,
is.
we'll explain blood
we'll
sausage
explain
after
it in
you're
a
done.
second.
Okay. So for me, it was mostly dealing with really bad customers. And of course, at the ice rink I was working at the time during college, we had a lot of, children's classes and stuff like that. So, and of course, the instructors didn't do squat. So when something were to happen, like let's say a little 3-year-old goes number 1 on the ice rink.
Oh, no.
They would call me the skate guard.
Oh.
But also, sometimes you would get your revenge in the way of just passive aggressively dealing with the customer, especially for the free skate hours. So I once had this one douchebag come up who's clearly on a date trying to show off, oh, let me get those hockey skates. I'm like, okay. He would go out, do like 2 laps. Hey, man, these skates suck. I need another pair. I'm like, all right, let me see if I find a sharper pair, quote unquote. Go check it. All right, these are better. Another lap. Hey, man, these skates suck. I need another pair. Or like sharpen these real quick.
Where was skate sharpening guy when we needed him?
Oh no,
Right,
I was the skate
You
sharpening
were the
guy.
skate sharpening guy.
So what I would,
this may be the root of the problem.
well, no. So then he would go out one more time, like, I need these sharpened right now. I'm like, all right, give me a second. So what I would do is I would completely screw up the hollow on our sharpening stone and just dole the crap out of him. And of course, clearly, I know he doesn't know anything about skates and stuff like that. I was like, oh yeah, no, you don't want to feel any sharpness. Like, you see, if you don't see any shavings from nail shavings on it, you're good to go.
Yeah.
And he's like, he goes out there, and I'm seeing him just like baby deer all over the place. He's like, oh, I'll be right back, honey. Like, try to get a little fast and stuff. So, and he came back, hey, man, thanks for the great skates. I'm like, oh, yeah, sure.
Oh,
dude.
that's funny.
So, quick question for you. Where did the old lady who wanted the blood sausage come in on that story?
Dealing with the public.
Dealing with the public and food.
Yeah.
Just trying to slam Italian ladies, I think.
That's what it was. Am I reading this?
Yes.
Oh,
okay.
Now,
Blood sausage.
Because the blood sausage.
We do have to explain because it's disgusting. It's as bad as I thought. Blood sausage is a sausage filled with blood. I mean,
yeah.
All right, self-explanatory, but it gets worse. That's cooked or dried and mixed with a filler until it's thick enough to solidify when cooled. Oh my God. Most commonly the blood of pig, sheep, lamb, cow, chicken, or goose. And you guys wonder why I'm a vegetarian.
Right? Exactly.
Have any of you eaten that?
I've eaten that
I have
before.
not.
You
No.
have?
Yeah.
You're a sick
I
bastard.
have not, but I've had head cheese.
So now a head cheese is actually not cheese.
Correct.
What's head cheese?
It's actually made
here we
from.
go.
I had to look it up because I was confusing the blood sausage sausage with head cheese.
Okay. Yeah.
But it's made with the head of a pig or a calf.
Like brains? You mean?
What's that?
Like the meat shavings.
Well,
like that.
I'm going to get sick.
Yeah, here we go.
Moo.
Yeah.
I need to be sitting
Could
down.
include, it says it could include the tongue, the feet, or even the heart.
I thought that was a hot dog. Aren't hot dogs?
Well,
Just
yeah,
stuff
that
that's
too.
not good enough to go into a hot dog.
Wow. I know what I wouldn't eat if I ate meat, that's for sure.
Right.
Have you tried this, Huey?
No, blood sausage, no.
Or
You're gonna have
that,
to do this
whatever
on the
you
head cheese.
Head cheese.
Oh, head cheese?
Oh, head cheese is the nastiest
I know,
thing.
I haven't
I'll
tried
bring
it.
some in. Unless it's homemade head cheese is actually really
It's
good.
the nastiest thing I've
Oh,
ever
no thanks.
seen or heard or looked at.
You just reminded me of something I found in y'all's office when we moved from the old building. It was something in a can that was a meat product that's disgusting from another country. Do you remember what that was? And I was like, what's this? And you
Probably head cheese.
Canned chicken?
No, it was a weird... It was like an Irish thing or a Scottish
Wasn't
thing.
Vegemite, was it?
No.
Oh,
is that meat?
haggis?
That's haggis.
Yes.
It was
haggis.
haggis.
You found a can of
Scottish.
haggis?
I did. I don't know why I found a...
Someone got it for us. They brought canned haggis.
Because
back.
What
haggis
is
is like a
haggis?
sausage with organ meat in it.
Yeah,
Organ?
it's stuffed into stomach lining.
Yes, that's what it is.
Which
The sausage
technically
casing is stomach lining,
Which typically a lot of sausages still use stuff.
and it's stuffed with the organs.
And you guys are all okay with this?
No,
I know,
would
I've never
eat
eaten
that.
haggis.
Okay,
No.
okay.
I would try at least once.
Oh, not me.
Would you really?
Yeah.
Oh man, I would
Yeah.
be. I would not survive on one of those shows where you have to eat the gross stuff.
And all
Factor.
these stories
Yeah, no way.
pale in comparison to my wrap-up
Oh yeah, I
story.
forgot your wrap-up story.
Okay,
All right.
so you think that's bad?
Could you close the blood sausage window so I'm not looking at that
Oh,
anymore?
okay, there you
please?
go.
That's so gross.
And enlarge.
There was
Zoom
a
in.
girl. There was a
Enhance.
girl that I knew from school. By the way, she ended up in prison. So
I
that
told you.
gives you
Yep.
an idea what we're dealing with here.
Yeah.
This girl was a complete psychopath. I knew someone that worked with her at a restaurant, and it was a fast food hamburger restaurant, that she was going to teach someone a lesson for coming in at the last minute and ordering a last-minute burger, even though she was paid for another half an hour.
Right.
Right?
Right.
So she put bodily fluids on that hamburger. The bodily
I'm
fluids.
afraid to ask.
Okay.
Oh, boy.
All right. Spit and menstrual blood.
That's not ketchup.
Oh, then this burger seems a little rare to me.
Yeah, tastes like blood sausage.
And we've come full circle,
There we
everybody.
go.
And it probably had pubic hair on it, Chasta.
It probably did.
What's
Oh,
the
my
string
God.
of my burger?
Oh my God, I am going to vomit for reals though. Oh. All right, well, wherever you have seen us talk about this, if it's on social media and you dare, leave a comment, let us know.
That's a little extra cheese on this burger.
Whatever
Extra
has
from under.
happened to you or happened to a friend of yours, friend in air quotes, or that you've done, if you're brave enough to say that. You probably shouldn't. All right, you guys, thank you so much for listening to this disgusting episode of the Bonus Bone Podcast. I'm going to go
we go
puke.
to next?
We love you. We'll talk to you next week. Bye.